Hello, sisters at 60 and Me. So today we are talking about dark circles. So many of you struggle with this. I know I have struggled with it at different times in my life where you get up in the morning and you just have these dark circles and you use all kinds of different products to try to cover it. And in the end, sometimes it can look chalky. It can just look overdone. Now, today we are not going to talk about makeup techniques for dark circles. We are going to talk about some very practical, functional things that you can do. Some of them very, very simple in order to minimize dark circles when it comes to your health, both internally what you do and externally what you do, what topically you do to help to get rid of dark circles. Some of them you're going to love. Some of them you're like, oh, darn. Okay, so before I get started, please hit the subscribe button here on 60 and Me so that we can continue to make great content for you on YouTube. Let's get going. Okay, I want to share a story with you about one of the talent that I used to deal with all the time. And he had very dark circles, but his circles were that browny color, with all the way around your eye like an owl. Having said that, one of the things I noticed with him is after he ate his lunch, his circles would become so much worse. So he would show up. He generally didn't eat breakfast, which was just his method, right? And then we would take lunch right around 1 o'clock, between 1 and 2. By 2:30, his circles were so bad, there's almost nothing I could do. It was that noticeable of a difference. So one of the things I brought up to him is, this could really be a kidney or liver or gallbladder, like something internal. This is not just a heredity issue. This is not something like you didn't drink enough water. So he did take heed to that and ended up doing liver cleanses, gallbladder cleanses, that kind of thing. And that really did help. We are going to get into that, but I wanted to share with you that because I think digestion, liver, kidneys, all that whole internal guts area does have a lot to do with dark circles. Not always, obviously. Okay, so to start off with, we're going to talk about the causes. And then after the causes, I'll get into some solutions. But here are some of the main causes. Now, I do have a bit of a cheat sheet here because there's a lot of detailed information. I want to be sure I get correct for you. Okay, of course, lack of sleep. Like that's really huge, right? Like me last night, I got woken up a couple times. So I'm going to have darker circles today because of that. There's not much you can do about that. Getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep really makes a big difference. Maybe try different sleep aids if this is a problem, like taking melatonin. Again, I'm jumping to solutions, but I do think there are some solutions when it comes to sleep, but that is a big area. Okay, of course, sometimes it can be hereditary if your parents have this. Sometimes you do sort of show up with this in the world, no matter what your kidneys and liver are doing. So, you're kind of stuck. Allergies can play a really big part in this. Allergies can cause swelling and inflammation, have a histamine reaction, which can cause your eyes to really swell up. Obviously, this is an area of continual working on it. I think sometimes allergies are seasonal, so maybe, once or twice a year you've got this problem. For those of you who continuously struggle with allergies, this can really be a challenge dealing with this. We will get to some solutions with allergies, but it's a tough area. Poor circulation is a really big one. The skin around your eyes is much thinner. It's much more sensitive. So if your circulation is bad, maybe you're not doing enough exercise or getting out enough, really helping your circulation, or maybe you have circulatory problems for another reason that can really cause this. Okay, this is one that we all just love to hate, and that is alcohol. I mean, hate, in other words, we don't want to take it out of our diet, right? Oh, I totally know this. I love to have a glass of wine with dinner. It's so nice. It's so comforting. It makes the food taste better. I love all of this. And yet, alcohol can be a big issue. It causes your liver to work harder. It decreases blood oxygenation and causes the blood vessels to open further. So causing your eyes to get more purple around them. So alcohol can have a big impact. Tobacco is similar. It restricts blood flow. So you're getting back to circulation. So not smoking. Iron deficiency is a big one. Anemia is the cause of 50% of all dark circles. So you might really want to look into that of taking iron supplements. You can also get an iron injection. My daughter did this actually to really help with her low iron, and it made a really big difference. So, iron is a really big part of this. And I think sometimes if you're a vegetarian specifically, you're not getting enough iron in your diet, perhaps because you don't eat red meats. However, you can also use, kale, really leafy greens can be amazing for iron. Avoid flour, sugar, starchy foods, trans fats, processed oils, vegetable oils. All of those work against this. Preservatives, additives, anything that isn't organic and real is really going to cause your system some problems. Really sticking with something that grows, right? Like vegetables or, meats, like something real will really help your system. Many of us are on medications, and medications can really cause this as well. Sometimes when people sit in my chair, I can look at their skin skin and know they must be on a medication. So you might want to talk to your doctor about ways to combat that with the medication you're taking. Another thing to consider is hormone replacement therapy could sometimes cause our melanin production to be overstimulated, and that can also cause dark circles, or like me, I have a lot of discoloration over my eye. Okay, thyroid conditions. The thyroid is a master gland, right? So it really influences everything in our body. Many of you know this and are on thyroid medication. Anemia, hypothyroidism, and the gastrointestinal system can be affected by thyroid. It affects your liver, your energy. Things can tend to pool around your under eye area. Okay, so what are some of the solutions? Let's talk about solutions now that we're all bummed out, right? You're all like, okay, so some of them are very simple. Get more sleep, drink less alcohol, stop smoking. I mean, this is all super basic, right? But there are some supplements that you can start taking that are really helpful. Things like grapeseed, iron, bone broth. I do want to share with you some vendors that I really like. This one is called Beauty in the Broth. You reconstitute it. It's organic. It's really, really nutrient dense. Beauty in the Broth, do check them out. So if you don't make your own broth, and if you go to the store and you're not really finding good bone broth, I think this is a really good company to deal with. All right, one of the great ways to really grow in your health and in your circulation is vitamin C. So taking it internally as well as externally. Great skincare really does make a difference. Out of anything in your cabinet when it comes to skincare, the most important is serum. And getting a serum that is loaded with ascorbyl palmitate, it's an ester form of vitamin C. That's the vitamin C that's going to sink into your skin and really make a difference. So this is the one that I like, that I use every single day. It's called Truth Treatment System. Sorry, it's a little beat up. It's a little loved. It's been in my makeup case for a few days here. I also take a lot of vitamin C. So this is the brand I take. It's called Now. And these are 1,000 per vitamin C tablet. I take 2 in the morning and 2 at night. Whatever your body doesn't need, it discards. But vitamin C is vital for your health and well-being, really makes a difference on your skin. So I highly recommend that you start on a vitamin C, both externally and internally. The other vitamins and nutrients that really help with things like your kidneys are B1, B2, B6, B12, folic acid, niacin, biotin, and of course vitamin C. Those are really great for your kidneys, which can have a huge impact, of course, on your under eye circles. Magnesium is wonderful for gallbladder issues. A lot of you have gallbladder issues, and that causes, dark circles or just your circulatory system, right? We're just dealing with things working. Another great trick is to take oil and massage that under your eye and move the skin and move all of that gets bound up right under your eye. Just move with it like a massage, just sort of massage, but you're doing this movement, and that'll really help to dissipate whatever's kind of lingering there that won't budge. Okay, you can also go with much more invasive things like microneedling can often really help to get circulation going. Some people love it, some people don't. It's very small needles that puncture your skin. So you look a little beat up for a few days, then it makes your skin produce more collagen. Now, having said that, you can also take collagens in things like this, which is the way I take collagen. I put this in a smoothie once a day. Back to bone broth. Bone broth is a great form of collagen. But if you really feel like you want to go to more invasive things, definitely microneedling is something to consider. You could also look into lasers, peels, fillers, that sort of thing. Although I would really use the more natural things first. I would really run through all of that. But of course, it's up to you and what you feel is going to be the best thing for you. I hope this has been helpful. I've definitely thrown a ton of information at you. There are going to be a couple links at the bottom if you're interested in any of these products. Please write down below if you feel that you have a treatment that's really effective, that you have found really helps with your dark circles. So I'd love to hear what you have to say. We always respond here at 60andMe. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.